Hi, Lisa K. Donner here for Liberty Nation, and with me today is Andrew Moran, our economics correspondent. Welcome, Andrew.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so here in the United States, we are celebrating Thanksgiving. Now in Canada, that's a different story, right?
Correct. The second Monday of every October.
All right, well, since we're celebrating Thanksgiving, I thought it'd be fun to talk about a few things that we should be thankful for economically this year. And since you're our economics guru, let's start with an appetizer. What's the first thing we should be thankful for as an appetizer?
Well, since it is Thanksgiving, one of the things you should be most thankful for is the price of a turkey dinner. It's at the lowest level it has been since 2010. So it's not gobbling up consumers' wallets this year. So if you're feeding a family with turkey, stuffing, sweet potatoes, rolls, vegetables, coffee, pumpkin pie, gallon of milk, whatever the case, you can expect to spend around $50 or about less than $5 a person, family of 10. The second thing to be thankful for is if you're an investor in the U.S. stocks like I am, then you'd be grateful for the tremendous returns you're getting on your investment. The Dow Jones up 20%, the S&P and Nasdaq are up about 30%. So if you're in if you're in any of the metal commodities, you're also enjoying double-digit gains. Gold is at nearly $1,500 an ounce. Silver is at I think $18 an ounce. And finally, the third, and I think at this time of the year, the most thankful thing to be grateful for are lower energy prices. Thanks to the shale oil revolution, you're seeing natural gas prices, crude oil prices at historical averages. So it's a lot easier to bear old man winter thanks to the multi-year energy price lows.
All right, so these are all appetizers?
Correct, yes.
All righty, that's a lot of appetizers. Well, what do you think we can attribute the low cost of the meal to?
Well, many things. The farmers have global supply chains. They're doing a lot of automation. They're taking advantage of data analytics, artificial intelligence. So the modern day farm is really using the technological tools at its disposal.
All right, now for a main course, an economic main course. That's quite a lot of appetizers, but what do you get for a main course?
Well, the what you want at Christmas time, if you want to pray to the heavens or pray to Santa Claus, is finally a U.S.-China trade agreement. It's been nonstop, back and forth, seesawing. Will they? Won't they? So if you when you're going to church on for Christmas Mass, you say, "Hey, God, give me a U.S.-China trade deal." The next thing, if it's not going to happen, but money backed by gold. Finally, fiat currency out the window, and you have real tangible assets supporting the U.S. dollar or any other currency for that matter. And finally, interest rates determined by the free markets, not by the central bank. But again, that's unlikely to happen. If it did, you'd have a lot more stability and greater economic growth. And maybe the Houston Astros forfeiting their World Series trophy. But again, I don't think that's going to happen.
All right, and finally, what do we have for dessert? The sweetness on top.
Yeah, so the economic events happening in 2020, really big things that are going to happen next year. The first one, again, the U.S.-China trade agreement. It seems that it's going to happen. It's going to be signed next year. It's supposed to be signed this month in Chile, but the Asia Pacific Economic Summit was canceled due to the protests in Chile. So could happen in the next couple of months. That would be a huge deal for markets, and of course very big for President Trump. The second is the Dow Jones potentially topping 30,000 points. There's no reason to think that it's not going to happen. You have the Federal Reserve having historically low interest rates. You have the money supply increasing, and you also have the Federal Reserve potentially lowering rates even more if they don't like the economic data happening. And then finally, late next year will be the 2020 election. If President Trump wins, you could experience, sustained economic growth. If Joe Biden wins, I don't think much will change if he wins. He even said that if he's president, he's not going to do much fundamentally with fiscal or monetary policy. But if Elizabeth Warren wins, Bernie Sanders wins, Kamala Harris wins, whoever the case, you could see a dramatic transformation of the U.S. economy, leaning more toward the left of greater spending, more debt, free programs, all the treasure trove of progressive goodies that would hamper any modicum of economic growth.
Well, I find that economists tend to be a little bit on the pessimistic side, a little bit skeptical. So it doesn't surprise me that you ended our Thanksgiving with some possible pessimistic things.
Yeah, that's who I am. I'm a natural pessimist.
Alrighty. Well, thank you. We do have a lot to be thankful for in this country, and I am thankful for you being our economics correspondent on LibertyNation.com.
Thank you for that.
All right, read Andrew's fine articles on LibertyNation.com, also on LNGenZ.com. Have a great Thanksgiving. Hi, folks. Lisa K. Donner here, editor-in-chief of LibertyNation.com. We hope you enjoyed watching this video, maybe even learned a thing or two. If so, please take a moment and subscribe to our YouTube channel right down there in the corner. Thanks so much.